Type 6 civilization. What's hidden? To what heights are the human race truly capable of rising? Is it possible that we will one day abandon Earth, the solar system, or possibly the universe? What is Type 6 civilization, and what is hidden in it? Are you a fanatic for facts? Is your curiosity never ending? Hey folks, welcome to TechVerse. We are back with another interesting video. Today, we are going to talk about the Type 6 civilization and what's hidden in it. So without any further ado, let's get into the video right away. In 1964, Russian astronomer Nikolai Kardashev came up with the idea that civilizations can be grouped by how much energy they have in total. He put people into 3 groups based on how well they could control and use power. Since then, another 4 have been added in light of the increasingly wild speculation spawned by marrying mathematics and theoretical physics. The Kardashev Scale, as it is called, now divides civilizations into 7 levels based on how much power they use, which is a proxy for how far their technology has come and how far they have spread. In the metaverse, there is a Type 6 or K6 civilization that is able to make and keep the basic rules of universes. They live in an infinite amount of multiverses at the same time, each of which has an infinite number of instances and all physical laws. They can also be thought of as paraversal because they exist in an infinite number of parallels to the 11D spacetime continuum, with an infinite number of past and futures. As humans become gods of the megaverses, they can't be stopped unless a civilization at K7 or higher fights them. Type 1 civilizations on the Kardashev scale are those that have harnessed all of their planet's energy. Because of its advanced technology, it can make efficient use of every watt generated in its home environment. Today's people are still striving to maximize Earth's life support systems, therefore they are ranked somewhere around a scale value of 0.7. A Type 2 civilization, on the other hand, has figured out how to harness the whole energy output of its star system. A Type 3 has complete command over the power generated within its home galaxy. It is then that a Type 4 has power over all the universe's energy. For some people, the scale ends at that point, because what could possibly be more vast or powerful than the cosmos itself? It's possible, though, that the scale can be extended to Type 5, which refers to any civilization that has mastered all of the energy possible in various universes. One might travel between parallel universes as a Type 5 being, since they would have complete insight into the nature of reality itself. Some hypotheses, however, suggest that there may be an even greater level. Type 6 is where we're going with today's question, into the world of the transcendent. That conventional physics is no longer relevant here should be obvious. This is not something that you're going to see anytime soon in any textbook, and the reason for that is that a Type 6 being would essentially exist outside of reality. As a reminder, this isn't just outside of our current understanding of reality, it's also outside of a world that we would have known by now to be far, far greater than our own. Type 5 would be subordinate to you at Type 6, even if they were the most intelligent and savvy of the bunch. As the pinnacle of existence, this is where everything comes to an end. Thinking in terms of today's worldview, a Type 6 being would be regarded as a deity for many. In the event that humankind does indeed reach this point, what then? There's one thing that we can be sure of, though. Humanity would no longer be human. In light of our current Kardashev scale ranking of 0.7, our species has an inconceivably large amount of work and experience to do before then. Just one planet in a 1-star system, 1 galaxy, and 1 universe is all we have to work with for now. To accomplish Type 6, we'll have had to iron out every single inefficiency in ourselves now, as well as during Types 1 through 5. As an example, let's look at language. One might not even exist in a Type 6 culture. At the very least, they wouldn't be able to communicate with us in any way that we could understand. It's possible that a civilization like this, when it was at a lower Kardashev level, merged all of its prior languages into a single global language. Instead of having to engage in any kind of interaction, it might have turned that spoken phrase into a digital format, eliminating any chance of misinterpretation or misunderstanding. There may have even been a point at which this digitized language was optimized to the point where even body language was no longer required. After that, thought transference can result in the formation of a shared mind, also known as a hive mind. That hive mind becomes like a memory chip, ready to be used when or if it's ever needed and the Type 6 civilizations break away from time, space, and reality. Something so simple as language might be overlooked in the midst of all that power and knowledge. The next better thing may have been long since replaced, social ties as a means of human interaction. In the end, it's possible that a Type 6 civilization will be entirely devoid of human individuals. With the existing memory chip in their hands, they'd be nothing more than a single, all-encompassing mass, or whatever its equivalent of hands was. In the eyes of a Type 6 entity, Earth and everything it consists of would be as inconsequential as the smallest dot on an otherwise unremarkable stack of papers. A Type 6's horizon would be so far away that it could look for an infinite number of lifetimes and never see this particular green and blue mass, which has been home to all of human history and all of evolutionary history up until now. Even if, for some crazy reason, such a being could be traced all the way back to us, the average person in the 21st century would have a mind that is so different from the average Type 6 mind that it would be hard to believe. Today, we have fun by trying to figure out things like how the universe began, how we could live on other planets, and if time travel is possible. At the Type 6 level, these would be everyday bits of information that you could easily miss. The often used comparison to video games doesn't work well here because neither Type 5 nor Type 6 automatically imply some kind of simulation. But it does give a type less than one way to look at it at the real world. Type 5 is the character in the game who has all the best abilities and has been hacked, patched, and glitched to such a high level of perfection that it's hard to see why they're even there. The game is over, and they did it so well that their very existence is a marvel. They know it's a game, they know why and how it works, so good for them. But Type 6 is still in charge. Type 6 would also be out of touch with reality, so there would be no more questions for them to answer. They would know everything, and that is a fact that can't be changed. They would also know how the multiverse works and to be able to change it. Type 5, on the other hand, won't have broken out of existence itself yet, but if we reach Type 6, we'll know that even the endless multiverse isn't the end. Type 6s know how to stop everything right away. This power to destroy could be seen as the ultimate sign of the most advanced civilization that could ever exist. It's a pretty grim way to look at things, but anything that could wipe out everything else has to be at the top of any proposed list of civilizations. The Kardashev Scale is sort of like this list. A Type 6 being would also be the ultimate creator, which is a bit better. We're not just talking about the person who made worlds, galaxies, or even universes. We're talking about the person who made whole, never-ending, and totally unpredictable to everyone else multiverses. And let's face it, that's a lot of power. Is it possible for humans to get to this point? Well, looking at it from our current perspective, it's impossible to say for sure. For starters, we don't have any proof that the multiverse exists, thus it's simply a theory. Even while scientists know that the universe is expanding, we don't know exactly how big it is. Also, we haven't visited any of the anticipated billions of additional star systems in the universe yet. In the meantime, we're battling for our lives on this planet alone. But even if it's hard to imagine, if humanity were a Type 6 society, that's what would happen. So, this is all about this video. I hope you like the information given in the video, and if you have anything on your mind, feel free to comment below. Make sure you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more videos like this, and hit that bell icon to get the notification of the latest updates on the channel. And thanks for watching!